Shaking in the corner of my room, I gasped for air as tears traveled down my face silently. It always takes me a while to calm down. Eventually, I stabilized my breathing and could feel nothing. It was like the calm after a storm, no aching, no images flashing behind my eyes, no more shaking as if I was freezing cold. I felt numb. More importantly, almost even calm. This was the first time I had ever had a panic attack. I was in the 8th grade. Living in Silicon Valley, where excellence was nothing less than expected, I could almost feel the pressure sticking to my skin from the moment I opened my eyes. There's really no escape. My parents have always been anxious, worrying about money, this country's future, but more importantly, they have always been worrying about me. I'm the firstborn, so I only assumed all of this was natural, that their anxiety was a coping mechanism. They stressed me out, yelled at me, pushed me because they cared. Even my little brother, who's only 13, is so anxious he'll jump out of his chair if he thinks he's in the slightest amount of trouble. I honestly thought that I would get used to the feeling so stressed out that as the wear of time slowly etched onto me like fine china, all I could do was to sit back and watch as it happened. But if I ever let myself fully crack, split right down the middle, it's because I was too weak to handle my responsibilities. I have to keep trudging forward when nothing feels right, as pieces of myself are being ripped away, chipping at me, because if I gave in now, I was just a quitter. And in a family filled with people that wore pressure on their shoulders like a second set of clothing, I never questioned it. Freaking out to the point of crying hysterically was just normal. Shaking because of the littered road of broken intentions that lay ahead of me was just normal. I mean, after all, I felt normal. This is life, right? But that's not what my normal should be. My panic attacks, my shaking, my silent tears is my body's way of pleading me to slow myself down. It is its way of telling me I had to calm down, that it is no longer a choice to continue because at that exact moment my body is not ready for the load I am diving headfirst into. And the thing that I've learned is that it's okay to find my limit. And it's even more okay for that to be different than others around me because it's mine. It is nobody else's but my own to look at, to push, to be okay with. Like a tidal wave, it will grow in size and move around, matching whatever situation is at hand. I have learned that I need to find ways to calm myself and get out of that chaotic storm that starts brewing the second I start to panic. I just need to breathe. Funny thing, right? A breath. Just one simple breath. But honest enough, that breath has the strength to help me withstand my storms and wait for the tides to settle. That with one single breath, I can gain some perspective. Stop this chain of what ifs and I can'ts. It anchors me back to reality, bringing me to my center so I can focus. Because stress is unavoidable, and the only thing I can work on is how I react to it. Now, when I begin to fall into my chaotic habits, I slowly bring my thoughts back to my breath and focus on it as if it is the only thing in existence at that moment. And I watch as my world melts away till I reach an island of steady calmness, a sense of peace. So with one simple breath in, I relax out.